Hey, Rook Knight here. Thanks for joining me, and I thought we could do a 1 month review on the Multipick Elite Advanced Lockpicking Set. Multipick reached out to me and asked if I'd like to do a review on some of their tools, and I jumped at the opportunity. Multipick is very well known and for making quality tools, so I'm excited to be able to have an opportunity to share this with you. This was a collaboration by Christina Palmer and Multipick. If you don't know who Christina Palmer is, I'll leave a link in the description. There's a transcript interview that she did, and it talks a little bit about her and her life and stuff about lockpicking. She's been lockpicking since about 1975 and has been doing everything from teaching it to designing lockpicks, which is very interesting. As for the case itself, the case comes in at about a little over 3.5 inches, and the length is about a little under 6, so it's pretty much close to a wallet or a billfold. It fits very easily into a pocket. Actually, I have a pair of jeans here. You can see only a little bit sticks out. Honestly, it looks just like an average wallet, which is kind of nice. I like the incognito. I don't want to share with the world that I pick locks. And opening it up, it has fantastic stitching on all the leather. It's all genuine leather. There's something about the smell of leather, grass, fresh cut grass or gunpowder. It's just hardcore wired into people, and myself included. I absolutely love the smell of it. So, and also they did, it's not cheap leather. It's very good quality leather. I'm really excited, and the stitching job is fantastic. They did a really great job on making every one of those pouches perfect. You can see here you got the little flap to hold everything into place. You can just bend that back and pop it forward, and now you have access to all your picks. All the ones on the top here are the 0.6mm profiles, and then they have a twin behind them that is the 0.4. You can actually see very easily which one is the 0.4 because it has it on the back, and then the other one with the 0.6 is the artwork. Speaking of the differences, you will see the ones with the 0.4 have a little bit thicker of a neck because they're more thinner on this way. They're a little more flexible, so they strengthen them by making a little bit thicker of a neck, which is, I think, a genius idea. This particular one here is the spoon style, and I really love it. I've been picking almost for 7 years, and this is the first time I got a chance to use this profile, and I really enjoyed it. It's a silent but deadly kind of thing. It's nice to have in the arsenal. Definitely a fun one. Moving along here, you can see we have the offset diamond. Really great work. Again, I just love their etching, the laser etching they did on every one of these, and then making sure they're all rounded off nicely. There's, it's not like you got to sand these or anything. They're just beautifully done. I love their artwork that they do on these, though. And they also have information on each individual one, telling you what it is, what year it was even made. See here, we have the half diamond, great for zipping or single pin picking, and then it has its counterpart behind it. Here we have what looks to be as a medium hook, rounded medium hook, and we have, looks like a short hook with like a flat top short hook. We have a short hook with a point, and we have a very high hook with a point. These are great for those high pins that you're trying to reach around. When you're trying to reach around a low pin, trying to get a high pin, that'll be where that'll shine. We have also, they decided to add in 2 probes of 0.4 and 0.6. And honestly, these things come in handy. They're nice to do on these tubular locks to single pin pick, or even something like, these tiny locks where you don't have much room to put anything. So having something like a bottom of the keyway tensioner and a little bit of play, you got that open. It's really nice to have. You can use this to feel inside the lock and feel how many pins you have. You'd be surprised how many times these come in handy. Moving along, we also have some wave rakes. This is pretty much I would be highly focused on single pin picking, but I think it's nice that they put some rakes in here because sometimes, you build confidence back up by raking. I don't know about you guys, but I love having a rake fest and being able to build my confidence with raking and feeling good about it to be able to move on to single pin picking again. But they have a little bit of variety here, and then every one of these has their counterpart in 0.4. As you can see, they're even though they look similar, they're actually different. The spacing between the teeth are completely different, and that makes a difference depending on the size keyway that you're going into and stuff like that. So it's really cool that they added that into the kit. Moving along, I really enjoyed the tension wrenches. These are actually the first time I came across tension wrenches like this. Top of the keyway. Usually I'm used to top of the keyway tension wrenches being just the oversized large one, and then, you know, a one size fit all. So you're kind of far away from the lock itself. And then now with these, you're able to get so much closer and rest up against the body of the lock, which I think really does a great job with making you more confident when picking. You know, when you have a one that is only for a one size fit all, if that rocks back and forth enough times and you're not paying attention and that slides out, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, man, that is a pain. So it's really nice that they did this. These come in 1.3 millimeter, 1 millimeter, and 0.8 millimeter, and they all have numbering and the sizes on them as well, which is a really nice touch. You don't have to run and grab your calipers. You're not having to worry or look at these trying to, you know, sideways trying to decipher which one's which. It's all labeled on there. It's all set perfectly. If you lose one, you'll be easily be able to reorder one, knowing which one you're missing. I really love the touch they did with that. They're fantastic top of the keyway tensioners. They're definitely my new favorites to play with. And then as for the bottom of the keyway tensioners here, these are fantastic as well. They're different thicknesses. They're the same as these. They're 1.3 mil, 1 mil, and 0.8 mil. You can see here the differences of thicknesses, and that really comes in handy to be able to put this into a lock and not worry about it having to bind because it's a windshield wiper. It's really nice. And then the last here, these ones are fantastic too, and come to find out, actually, they can even be used as top of the keyway tensioning. I was really surprised, but I did see people using them in such a way. So you can do bottom of the keyway or top of the keyway. I really got a kick out of it, and they also are all labeled individually. But you can do top of the keyway like this, or maybe if you're comfortable with using your thumb for tensioning, something like that, or your good old bottom of the keyway tensioning. It still is a good bottom of the keyway tensioner. It actually is about half the size of your standard one here, so you get a little bit more leeway inside of the keyway. Just, you know, that little bit more room might make the difference between being able to get a lock open or not. But I really think they did a fantastic job on these. I'm really impressed. Oh, and last but not least, actually, this one here. This one's an oddball, you would think, but honestly, I could see it coming in handy in certain situations. Say you have a lock in a door or something like that, and it's flush against a wall. Using something like the tensioner here with a regular bottom of the keyway tensioner, it being up against a wall like that, it's going to be kind of a pain. But something like this offset here, you definitely got more room to work with, which I really could appreciate. So it's one of those things you don't need it until you really need it. You know, you'll find yourself being glad that you had it. It's definitely a nice added bonus that they throw in there. They didn't have to put that in there, so it was nice that they did. I'm really overall impressed with this. They did a fantastic job with this set. Christina Palmer has done an amazing job with designing them, and I'm really excited to see the future stuff that they come out with. Multipick is, you know, grade A. You can't beat them. They're really one of the best companies out there, so it's really nice to see the products that they make, and they really put love and effort into it. With that, guys, I'm going to let you go, and I really appreciate if you're still watching. And it really means the world to me. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll catch y'all next time.